From the yard where the war
of the deal,
leave the scar,
of the navigate and the weight of the
calculate every gate
before the war, through the talk
of the possible,
and the full account of every
mount of the obstacle
is the
vocable.
war cry of the rising
From the surprising
bottom of the system, that the kingdom of the possible,
expand beyond the full
extent of the assam
feeling and the feeling
of the war cry.
Rising from the concrete is the heartbeat of the street,
And me carry the war cry
of the women
that the sister
try to silence,
and the iron
of the spine
is the sign of the refusing,
of the losing, of the vice and the choice,
of the speaking
and the seeking, of the space
in every place.
that the war
Cry of the present is the fist of the future, raised against the future
of the limited,
and the full
weight of the
war cry.
is the pull of the rising.
The war cry,
Not just the sound of the angry,
the war cry.
is the language of the hungry,
Ambitious
ones who the system cannot prison into silence. And the war cry
of the woman rising from
the bottom
is the anthem
of the kingdom,
of the possible,
expanding
the
past,
full
blast of the limitation. War cry,
rising from the street.
war cry,
Every obstacle with me,
no stop we,
the war cry.
getting loud.
Yeah.
War cry
Rising through the crowd
of the doubters,
of the doubters,
of the system. And the war cry
refusing to be.
silence.
Watch the war cry
Rise, war cry from the concrete to the sky.
from the concrete.
Rise, war cry from the concrete to the sky.
The war cry of the early
Morning,
and the clearly
map the rain
of the rain,
of the obstacle and the full
weight of the
war cry,
building from the
full
of the vision
of the mission
of the everyday surviving
and the driving.
of the war.
Cry is the core of the character, built in the spectacular,
Cool of the difficult,
and the full account of every war cry.
issued from the street is the beat
Of the art,
of the art
of the rising,
and the war cry.
of the community is the unity of the sound of the ground,
Shifting under
every thunder of the system and the prison of the limited expectation
break when the nation
of the war
cry rise.
together. And the why
One's recognized
the skies of the obstacle,
of the full
invitation of the station,
of the rising.
materializing.
Me raise the war,
Cry not from the bitterness
but the fitness
of the ready and the steady accumulation
of the nation
of the capable.
who's full,
Boys, the system,
never welcome.
but the seldom silence.
War
Cry
of the rising is the more
powerful sound,
and the found
silence of the compliant.
and the war.
Cry of the woman is the plan of the can and the will, and the still standing after
Every chapter
of the system,
try to prison
the potential and the credential.
of the war.
Cry rising is the
This core
of the battle,
one body
rattle of the vice.
refusing silence,
War cry,
rising from the street.
war cry.
Every obstacle we meet,
No stop we,
we war cry.
getting low.
Oh,
War cry
rising to the crowd
of the doubter,
of the doubter.
of the system and the war cry, refusing to be silenced.
Watch the war cry.
Rise, war cry from the concrete to the sky. Rise, war cry from the concrete to the skies.
The war cry
The war cry, Shenseea,
of the rising,
is the prizing,
the choice
is the choice. Alkaline.
is the choice.
For the walk through the talk of the possible, and the full account of every mount of the obstacle is the vocable. War cry of the rising from the surprising bottom of the system, that the kingdom of the possible. Expand beyond the full extent of the signs. Feeling and the feeling of the war cry. Rising from the concrete is the heartbeat of the street. And me carry the war cry of the women that the system try to silence. And the iron of the spine is the sign of the refusing of the losing of the voice. And the choice of the speaking and the taking of the space. In every place that the war cry of the present is the fist of the future, raised against the suture of the limited. And the full weight of the war cry is the pull of the rising.
The war cry, not just the sound of the hungry.
The war cry
is the language of the hungry, ambitious ones who the system cannot prison
into silence. And the war cry of the woman rising from the bottom is the anthem of the kingdom of the possible, expanding past the full blast of the limitation.
War cry, war cry,
rising from the street.
War cry, war cry.
Every obstacle we meet, no stop with the war cry getting low. The
war cry, war cry,
rising through the crowd
of the doubters
of the system. And the
war cry,
refusing to be silenced. Watch the war cry,
rise,
war cry. From the concrete to the sky.
From the concrete to the sky. Rise,
war cry. From the concrete to the sky.
Whoa. The war cry of the early morning and the clearly map the rain of the obstacle and the full weight of the war cry. Building from the pull of the vision and the mission of the everyday surviving and the thriving of the war
cry is the core of the character, built in the spectacular school of the difficult and the full account of every war cry.
Issued from the street is the beat of the art of the rising. And the war cry
of the community is the unity of the sound of the ground shifting under every thunder of the system and the prison of the limited expectation break when the nation
of the war cry rise
together. And the wise
ones recognize
the disguise
of the obstacle
as the full invitation of the station of the rising materializing.
Me raise the war,
crown up from the bitterness, the fitness of the ready and the steady accumulation of the nation
of the capable,
who's full the system
never welcome,
but the solemn silence.
War cry
of the rising is the more
war cry
and the found
silence. War cry
and the
war cry
rising from the street.
War cry
Every obstacle we meet, no stop with the war cry getting low. The
war cry
rising through the crowd
of the doubters
of the system. And the
war cry
refusing to be silenced.
Watch the war cry,
war cry from the concrete to the sky.
From the concrete to the sky.
War cry from the concrete to the sky.
The war cry
is the rising,
is the rising,
is the rising
of the voices.
Is the choice
in every place
and in every place.
Charter prison.
The war cry
is the high,
is the high
flying flag
of the drag of the possible,
past the full
way
to the
impossible.
The
system and the
of the war cry
is the high, the preaching sound of the phone
of the war cry
is the high.